Hey, what's up, guys? This is Darko991 here. What's going on, y'all? Pretty much, I'm going to be explaining about episode 3 of Horizon on the Middle of Nowhere. So we come across the beginning of the episode, right? So we're like, alright, let's get it. We meet the narration of yet another character, being Asama Tomo, being one of my most favorite girls in anime in general. She's godlike, but that aside. Yeah, we come to her pretty much saying the exact same thing as the episode before and the previous person who narrated the last episode. So we get the exact same wording and whatnot, and we're like, whatever, who cares? We heard the same thing from the last person, so like, fuck it, come on, get on with the episode. So we go on with it, and okay, and we come across Kimi, being Tori's sister. She's just sitting there chilling on the staircase, and she's just looking at her brother for some reason. And then you come across this one kid come into the dorms, and he opens the door, and this random chick sitting in there just staring at him. She's like, "The fuck you want?" And so, yeah, the kid's like, maybe I have the wrong room. Yes, so I'm gonna just get out of here right quick. So he leaves, and so he looks at a paper and says, "Holy shit, let me go get this fixed, cause maybe I got the wrong room or something. I don't know." So then you come across the scene before at the end of episode 2, where you see President Sakai meet up with 3 different people, and they're having a little chat, and of course, the guy in the front, the dude with the gray hair, he says like, "Show me, I want to see what kind of skills you got, I want to see if you still got it." So of course, the girl there just comes out of nowhere, randomly attacks President Sakai, and the guy, of course, he acts accordingly and attempts to try to fend her off, and it turns out right when she's about to strike him, he pulls off a little perverted little thing and is like, "Yes, score, got me a nice good old grope on her ass, perfect shot, yes." Alright, now you females would be pretty pissed about that. I'm sorry if y'all take that offensively. I know y'all don't like random guys grabbing your ass, I'm sure of that, and I'm sorry, but it happened, and old man did it on top of that, so don't take it the wrong way. The guy's got skill. He was simply testing her to see how good her reflexes were. Her reflexes. So that aside, so that scene ends, and you're like, holy shit. So the girl got her ass whipped by random guys. So then you come back to some of the students from the academy, and being a group of girls, and they're coming back from doing grocery shopping for the party, for Tori making his little confession to that automated doll being the resurrected person of Horizon Area does. Well, the POS1 who happens to look like Horizon. So as they're walking and talking about how Tori is supposed to be making his confession and shit, then we come across Suzu, who happens. She remembers how Tori, like, how he's such a good person, and how no matter the circumstance, no matter what happened, he still remembers her. He hasn't forgotten about her yet. Suzu goes on about a little story and a little thing about... Oh, and you also find out that Suzu... See, I'm sure you didn't notice it. Probably some of you may have ahead of time before you got to this episode. But Suzu is blind. Now, sure, you're going to have some of those characters in animes with the hair over their head, over their face, and to the point where they can't see, and you always question how the fuck can they see if the hair is covering their face all the time. But you think of that, you see Suzu, and you're like, alright, come on, sure, yeah, she's not blind, but then she says she's blind. She says the only way she knows that Tori's, like, talking to her is by ringing these bells on the side of her pants. That's the only way she's able to know. It's a sign of communication. And they also explain how Tori's going through this small little, this little thing going on, how he's supposed to be entering the remorse way to face his fears, to visit the grave where Horizon died, and they're saying how he's having a hard time doing that. And we all know how scared he is, considering we don't know the whole story, or the complete story behind the reason why Horizon died. We don't know the whole story. We don't know if he killed her, we don't know if somebody else killed her, we don't know the whole story. So they go through this little chat about Tori and such and such, and we meet up with the other students, and we're like, with some of the other students who happen to be doing shopping. So they meet up like, "Oh, so y'all doing shopping too? Yeah, let's go." He's like, "Damn, how big is this party gonna be?" He's like, "Shit's gonna probably be massive, hell of a lot of food there." Now, if I was at the party, I eat all the food there. Now, don't think I'm not fat. I'm perfectly muscular. I'm fit and everything. Trust me, but I just love to eat. But fuck that about my personal life. Back to the anime. Anyway, So yeah, we I don't know. We come to the next scene and we meet one of the winged girls, the witches. So and she's doing her little daily routine, walking around, dropping stuff off, and doing her deliveries, and talking to the other winged girl at the same time while doing her deliveries. So as they're chatting, she's like, she I can't remember my name. I can't. The blonde-haired one, the blonde wing witch, is talking to the black-haired witch. Oh, Malga and Margot having a small conversation, and of course, Margot is asking, "Oh, you know, I noticed Kimi's been sitting there in front of the school the whole time. Now she's been sitting there watching him, but of course, what about the president being Tori? Of course, he has inside the crate where she's doing the delivery. There's one more package left, and that one's for Tori. Apparently, it's an erotic video game, one of those really perverted ass video games they like to play. So, yeah, so they're freaking the other girl who Margot is talking to through a screen, saying, "Now you're just gonna make fun of him, the fact that he's buying games and shit." So, and then I know Masuzumi appears, and so Margot is like, "All right, you know, I need you to do me a favor." While they're having a little conversation about Masuzumi coming to the party, said, "I need you to deliver this shit to me." And then he's like, "What?" And then she's like, "Why the fuck I gotta do it? I don't want to do it." So she's like, "Come on, just do it for me." So it's addressed to the student council. I need you to give it to Tori, such and such. And out of nowhere, bam, whole bunch of people in the sky and shit. So they're like, "Whoa, what the fuck's going on here? Some shit about to go down?" Like, nah. So she's like, "Nah, it's a race." A race? The fuck? All the people, well, they all got brooms and machines and shit like that. And they're still hype. It's a race. It's a race. Let's fucking do this. And then you got this one guy, "Come on, little lady, let's get this shit started. Let's get this race started. Come on." So she get her little broom ready, and she just blasts the fuck off, and she's ready to race. And so Masumi's like, "You know, I didn't want to do this. But whatever." She gave it to me, might as well go ahead and do it. And then so freaking Mata guy's just looking where Tori is and noticed that he's still having a hard time going into the Remorse Way, and he's still running back and forth like a retard. So all of that's said and done, and you come across back to the scene where you got the new kid, Asuma, be going into his new dorm room and talking to I can't pronounce her name, Miriyama or something. And as you can see, she sits in a chair, so obviously she's a handicap, but she's still cool people though. So they're having a small little conversation about how they become accustomed to the fact that it's a boy and girl being in a dorm. Now, co-ed dorms, I'm not sure how the whole thing works, but I guess this may be the first time that co-ed dorms is being set up, since I'm sure it was originally non-co-ed. But yeah, she's like, "If anything, if you're gonna bring a chick in this room while I'm here, tell me ahead of time." And the guy's, "Nah, chill, I'm not that type. I'm not the type to bring chicks in, bang them and shit. I'm not the type. I'm perfectly earnest and I'm honest, and I'm good. Don't worry about it." She's like, "I like that kind of stuff." So then, of course, you come back to Kimi sitting in front, and she sees Tori shaking and fucking hesitating to go into the Remorse Way. And then Tori starts acting stupid and starts doing strip pole techniques. I know y'all like that shit. And so she's like, "Stupid little brother. If you're gonna sit there and hesitate, don't do it then. You don't have to do this." So fucking, alright. So then the teacher pops up, and then Kimi and the teacher have a little conversation saying how, of course, they're all supporting Tori as well as the teacher supporting them. And of course, you see a little thing where she's doing her hair and shit like that. You come back to Masuzumi, and she's just looking around like, I'm obviously on the wrong track. But then you hear a song. You hear that same song that you hear in the beginning of the episode, and beginning of every episode. And when you hear that song, you notice that Tori's whole well-being changes. And he's like, "Fuck it, let's do this." And then you know at that point in time that he's finally going to go into the Remorse Way because he heard that song being sung. Then Masuzumi enters the Remorse Way, and she's like, "Oh, I've been hearing that voice a lot lately." So then I know you come across this carriage. I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" So then you're like, "Oh, apparently it's Masuzumi's father and a couple of high-ranking people." So, of course, one of the people's like, "Oh, I see the package you got there. Oh, yeah, this is for the president, such and such." And out of nowhere, you see Tori, and then Tori's like, "Oh, shit, he's scared out of his fucking mind and shit. He does not want to do this." He's so damn, just knowing the fact that he's in the Remorse Way is just fucking draining his soul. It's like it's killing him inside. So it's like, alright, if I don't get out of here soon and fucking... Sorry about that. Hold on a second. Okay. Anyway, sorry about the interruption. Anyway, yeah, so when Masazumi sees Tori, she's like, "You look fucking horrible," and Tori's like, "Just, Jesus Christ." I'm sorry, guys. Hold on a second. It's a pain in the ass. Yeah, whatever. Alright, anyway. So, yeah, so da-da-da says and such. Masazumi gives the package to Tori. Tori's looking stupid and all dead and whatnot, saying how he wants to hurry up and get out of here with the package. So, after that, you come across the Masazumi and her father being in the carriage and they're having a small little conversation. And you're saying to yourself, alright. And then out of nowhere, when some of the people, one of the guys in there explains the reason why Tori acts the way he does and the reason why he's being the way he's like that at the moment. And they pretty much say he's known as the master of Remorse Way. And of course Masazumi is currently questioning that. So they're like, alright, why do they call him that? So a long time ago, later Horizon got into an accident with Laura Maltabu's carriage. And who happens to be, and he was headed for a function celebrity approval for repairs to Musashi. And of course at that time the little girl was running away from Tori, and Tori tried to stop her from running, and the carriage ran her over and killed her. That was it. Happened 10 years ago. We don't know how, what was the end result when she died, like what happened, her physical condition when she died. We don't know exactly what happened, but all we know is she got ran over by a carriage and was killed. So of course Masazumi's questioning, did he kill her? Did Tori kill her? But we're not fully aware of this. Tori takes the blame, considering that he thinks he's the one that did kill Horizon. But we cannot be sure. We don't have full confirmation of this. So, with that, and then everybody questions, like, you see Tori finally get out of Remorse Way, and like, he's so absolutely, like, mentally dead. From coming out Remorse Way, he's wobbling back, can't even walk straight, and Kimi just holds him and shit and supports him. And then Masazumi just wonders and is like, so why does everybody support Tori? How is he still able to laugh after all of this happened with Horizon and everything? And after you learn all this stuff, how is he still able to smile? And then the father's like, if you want to know this, then you need to pursue it, Masazumi. You need to find out the truth. But then Masazumi still feels that she's still in the dark. Like, she hasn't been given enough information. So, out of nowhere, you come across this one thing where you see Gin Tachibana, the dude in the blonde-haired guy, and this other girl being Muneshige Tachibana. And of course, a Treasure Spania ship, a large ship passes their ship on entry, and another leaving. And of course, you see those two characters. They're just characters that you now see in this episode. And you come back to the academy, where a while back supposedly they were supposed to be doing an exorcism, so the school would be available to have a party. So now they're currently doing the exorcism. They're getting ready to do the exorcism, and so Asama's doing an explanation, the reason why the exorcism may be dangerous. And of course Kimi starts freaking out and shit like that, because obviously she must not like the sound of ghosts for some reason. And I don't know, Tori comes out, yeah, motherfuckers, let's do this. I made all the preparations and we're ready to do this. Are you guys ready? So he's like, come on, let's go. And so, obviously, one of the girls like, alright, I have a feeling that he might have said something in there. So the girls are in there, and they're like, you have one set of girls walking through the halls to find the ghost, to exercise. And so they're having a small little confirmation. The girl's like, maybe I hope we get that whole little obvious little thing where a ghost make a ghostly sound or some shit. And so at some point, something pulls out the wind, pops a little something, and of course, I don't know what the fuck, she killed something, I don't know what it was. And they come to the door, the library it is. And of course they do and open the door. I'm not sure if that was the exorcism procedure, I'm not really sure of this. But they open the door and they see two things in claws. And so the people, when they open the door, the people just run at them. And at first she's like, what are they? and just two people with really weird ass things, and they just run out like new faces. And they just run around, and it's almost like motherfuckers, and she just shoots everyone, blows the whole fucking library up out of frustration because people are acting stupid. And of course, the guy, the merchant guy, it's like, what the fuck did you do? Oh my god, you're so stupid. There better be something we can pay off, yo. This stuff is getting blown up here. And of course, more things are getting blown up. Girls are sitting here blowing shit up with their brooms and powers and shit and whatnot. And fucking then you come back to the end where Tomo Osama is currently narrating and saying, you know, even after Tori confesses his feelings, I feel like nothing's going to change. Everything's going to stay the same. With that in mind, it's like you currently learned something. You did. So yeah, this is the end of episode 3's review, people. This is Darko991 here, signing out, people. Later.